Hey there everyone, welcome to the stream. So, the two state-of-the-art models, one from Gemini and one from OpenAI. OpenAI O3 and Gemini 2.5 Pro. Today we'll be having a chess match between these models to find out which is the best model to play chess, and we'll also check if actually LLMs can play chess. So let's start guys. As per the voting, I have selected Gemini as the white player, so it will be playing first, followed by OpenAI O3. So let's get started. Let me put up the logos. Okay everyone, the match has started. So Gemini will be playing first. Let me tell you again, Gemini is white and OpenAI O3 is black. Okay guys, Gemini has played its move, and according to its thinking it says that made this move because it immediately controls the center and opens line for queen and bishop. Okay, as you guys can see, it opens the line for queen and bishop. That is the plan for Gemini. According to Gemini, the next plans are develop pieces quickly, control the center and prepare for an attack on the black king. Okay, OpenAI O3 has also played the move. It says made this move because it hits the e4 pawn and opens line for queen and bishop. So both are actually having a same kind of strategy here, and let's see guys. Hi Zion. Okay, so Gemini has captured a pawn from OpenAI O3. It says made this move because it captures the central pawn and attacking e4. Okay, so OpenAI has brought its king directly to the front. It says made this move because it regains the pawn and centralizes queen to launch fast attack. Okay. So clearly OpenAI is being kind of aggressive, and it is just few moves in the game and OpenAI has brought its queen. Okay, so Gemini has brought its knight to c3, and according to it, it says that made this move because it develops the knight to a natural square and attacks the black queen. So you can see if queen is not moved, it is in danger. So that is Gemini's move. Also, according to Gemini, the next plans are doing a castling. It says castle the king and prepare an attack. So surely Gemini is looking for a castling. Yes, OpenAI O3 is in high thinking mode. As you guys can see, it is taking time. And as the game proceeds, okay, so it has moved the queen just to e5. So it was a lateral shift, and that directly attacks horse. I mean, like that directly attacks the knight, and anyways, that is pointless because you have the pawn on b2. Let me end this poll and start a new poll. What do you guys think? Who will win? Let's see. You can see, so just they are doing very slight movements, guys. At the start, you can see it has moved the bishop to here, to because there was a check, so it had to move something. So it has moved the bishop to e5, e2. So okay, people are saying o3 will win. You can't beat OpenAI models no matter what model. And we also have supporters for Gemini. Let's see, guys, who wins. According to Gemini, it says the thinking that made this move because it blocks the check. Yes, that it does surely. Develops the bishop and prepares kingside castling. Okay, so Gemini is preparing for castling, guys. It clearly says in its thinking that it wants to do a castling. Let's see what OpenAI o3 wants to do. It has directly brought the queen in front. That is a very aggressive move actually. OpenAI is being kind of aggressive and Gemini is kind of defensive. Although it is saying in the thinking that it is seeking for attacking opportunities, but as per the game, we see that it's kind of defensive. On the contrary, OpenAI o3 is clearly going head on. And as you guys can see, as the gaming is proceeding, the models are taking more time to think. Okay, so it has paused the knight to c6 and it says made this move because it develops while guarding queen. So yes, it guards the queen as a supporting piece. Next plan, exploit d4. So they are all targeting d4 and attack the exposed king. Who won the chess game last time? So these models, anything that is dumber than OpenAI o3 or Gemini 2.5, they are very bad at chess, and I mean, like, they were not able to complete the game. Okay, so again Gemini has brought its another knight to f3 and it says made this move because it develops the knight, attacks the black queen. Yes, there is an attack to black queen, controls the center squares and prepares kingside castling. So clearly Gemini is having a clear plan. It wants to do the castling. So most probably in the coming few moves, I think it will do the castling. Six, 64% people are telling that Gemini is going to win. Let's see, guys. Yes, flash thinking is in AI Studio and I'm actually currently testing that. Video will be coming soon. Let's see, guys. Okay, so queen has been moved right to a5. So OpenAI o3 is not using more of its pieces, it seems. It says made this move because it sidesteps the next e5 fork. Okay, so it actually pre-planned that there could be an attack with the horse, so it has moved that. Next plan, swing bishop to g4. Swing bishop to g4. Okay, over here. So it's thinking to bring the bishop to here, and that can be a threat to the knight. So clearly OpenAI O3 is in an attacking mode, guys. Let's see what Gemini does. Hopefully it will do the castling, I guess. Okay guys, in the logs I can see that actually Gemini has made an illegal move, f3 d5. Okay guys, as you guys can see, Gemini has done the castling. It says made this move because it secures the king via castling. Exactly. Connects the rooks. Yes, it connects the rooks. Next plan, continue development, control the center and prepare an attack on the black king. Okay. We clearly saw that Gemini was preparing for a castling and it has done the castling. Let's see what OpenAI O3 does. It has to make some change in plans because castling has been done. Gemini is greater than GPT any day. So games like these guys actually take a lot of reasoning and spatial understanding. Okay. So it has brought the bishop according to its plan, guys, as we talked recently. Its plan was to bring the bishop to g4 and it did that move. It says made this move because it develops with tempo, targets the f3 knight. Clearly it targets the f3 knight, absolutely. And freezes c8. Let's see, guys. OpenAI O3 is being kind of aggressive now. You're talking to us, but honestly, who do you think will win? Clearly, guys, I don't have any idea because these models are very good at reasoning and saying anything will be like saying in thin air. I clearly don't have any clue. OpenAI wants to castle the queen side. Maybe. We'll see. Clearly in the thinking, we have never seen OpenAI saying that it wants to castle. But I think here it says I can castle long. Okay. It can castle. We'll see, guys. Currently it's Gemini's move. Most probably it will move the knight from here. Thank you, MDB. Thanks a lot for the super chat. Very good idea to test models. Thank you. Okay. So instead of moving the knight, it actually moved this knight. And it says made this move because it is an aggressive, places the knight on an advanced outpost and initiates immediate tactical complications. Aiming to exploit black's uncastled queen. Aiming to exploit black's uncastled king and queen position. Okay. Maybe it knows that, if this bishop takes this knight, then there is this bishop. Let's see, guys, what OpenAI O3 does. Will it take the move? Will it take the knight and sacrifice its bishop? We'll have to see. Hi Samsara. There is an intense match going on between... Okay. So OpenAI O3 has taken it. It used the queen. It says captured the advanced knight to go on up a piece. Next plan is castle long. So as someone said in the chats, yes, I think OpenAI O3 has a plan to do castling on the long side. Guys, OpenAI O3 is using its queen very aggressively. Yes, the knight is hanging. You have the bishop here and the queen here. Yes, guys, the AI models dropping recently is absolutely insane. So what was done? Okay, this is a nice move, guys. Moving the pawn from h2 to h3 is a nice move. That actually presses the bishop. So let's see what Gemini thinks. It says, made this move because it aggressively challenges the pinning bishop on g4, forcing black to either trade or retreat. Yes, that's a very nice thinking. Aiming to resolve the pin. So Gemini clearly doesn't like this pinning of the knight. So it has brought this pawn to h3. It's actually weakening the structure. Let's see, guys. Now what will OpenAI O3 do? Will it do a trade? Or will it go back? We'll have to see. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, do hit the like button. Let's see what OpenAI O3 does. You can clearly see Gemini is not doing very offensive moves. Knight to e1. Yeah, bringing back the knight could have been a good move. OpenAI is taking its time, guys. Let's look at the votes. So we have 27 votes and the percentages are very close. So there is a 52% chance according to the chat that Gemini will win. Okay guys, it is ready to do the trade. It says, OpenAI O3 says it made this move because it removes the H pawn and pries open the G file while retaining material edge. But clearly that is a very bad move, I guess. Who would lose a bishop for a pawn? Let's see, guys. I think Gemini will take the move. Yeah, that does clear the space for the king, and currently it's shielded. The horse cannot move or checkmate. Yes, guys, you're right. If the horse is moved, that's a checkmate. I hope the match doesn't end very soon. We have been seeing since the very beginning that OpenAI had an intention of attacking, and Gemini was kind of defensive. It prioritized castling and everything. Now the poll is just 50-50. Imagine they draw. For a draw to happen, it will take some time. It will be a very long match, I will guess. So those who are joining new, Gemini is white and OpenAI O3 is black. Gemini is taking its time, guys. Since the beginning, OpenAI O3 was kind of aggressive. Without using any other piece, it started to move the queen and take pieces. Yeah, the new Gemini interface is nice. I like it. Okay. Okay, now it's an attack on the queen, guys. It has moved c2 to c4. It says, made this move because it attacks the black queen, gains space in the center, and maintains the initiative, forcing black to react. Next plan, exploit the black's queen position and the uncastled king, potentially with nd5. That is a very nice move. I think now queen has to react. So I think most probably it will take c4. Let's see if in the thinking it has mentioned something. Okay. It says that if queen comes to c4, then it is ready for an exchange of the bishop. Okay. So it's ready to sacrifice its pawn to, have an attack with this. Let's see, guys, what OpenAI O3 is doing. Honestly speaking, guys, I have had some test matches before, not complete matches, but few moves in the game. But there was no match that was this interesting. So Gemini is prepared. If queen takes this pawn, then it's ready to, kill the queen with the bishop. Not a good move by Gemini. O3 can respond with queen d7. Yes, it can retract. And still you will have the hooking over here. The knight is actually pinned, guys. What is my rating in chess? I am very bad at chess. I have to accept that. OpenAI O3 is taking its time. One bad move, guys. If the knight is moved, it's over. Okay. The queen has been moved to h5. It says made this move because it saves the queen. Yes. It protects the h3 bishop. Yes, it protects the h3 bishop. And keeps strong attacking pressure. Yes, it keeps the strong attacking pressure on white's king. So OpenAI O3 doesn't want to retract. I think OpenAI O3 wants to do a checkmate. I think you can do a g4 and then queen will have to move. Queen can't move to g5 or h4. So the queen will have to retract. First time I'm seeing an AI model do this well. Yes, guys, the models are able to do this is because actually it took some time to make this. You know, these models are actually having some thinking, and also they maintain some notes. You know, these notes that you are seeing, these are sent to the next move. Like in the actual, chess matches you see, they maintain notes. So same as in the back end. Okay. Okay, it seems that I missed something, guys. Can you tell me what happened? Let me see. Okay, it has taken the bishop. Yes, yes. The bishop is gone, guys. I showed 2.5 Pro this screenshot and it says that AI predicts white will win. Okay. Clearly, guys, that was a huge material loss on the side of OpenAI O3 because the bishop is gone. And then now the situation is a bit less tense. .5 Pro is biased, it wants itself to win. 53% of people are saying that Gemini will win. We'll have to see. I believe in Gemini. That was a huge material loss, guys. Now OpenAI O3 has to think a lot. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the live stream, do hit the like button. Let's see what happens. Queen can move to h3, but it's pointless, I guess. Yeah, they are going kind of all out. I think Gemini is playing very safe, guys. It is kind of just seeing what OpenAI O3 is doing and making slight moves. Seeing where OpenAI O3 is doing any blunder and then finding a way out of it. Okay, so queen has moved to h3. It says made this move because it eliminates a pawn and plants the queen beside white's king to start a direct attack. But what kind of direct attack are you gonna do? You don't have any supporting pieces. OpenAI O3 says the next plans are castle long and bring rooks to the G and H files to force a mate. Okay, if you do a castling, then the rook will become active. But still, a checkmate is way far. How did you make this? Vibe coded this. Yep, free pawn. Yes, that was a free pawn. But queen is very close to these many pieces. If possible, could you make a separate video on how to set this up? Yeah, I could do that. I'll have to see. Let's see guys what Gemini does. Gemini is actually not attacking, guys. Do you observe that? I mean, like, there is no attacking move. It's currently in defensive mode. And OpenAI O3 is just making moves here and there. Add battle Gemini 2.5 Pro and 2.5 Flash. Guys, currently I can say you one thing. I am testing Gemini 2.5 Flash with OpenAI O4 Mini. And O4 Mini is good, guys. I'm not saying Gemini 2.5 Flash is bad or who is winning out of these two models. But OpenAI O4 is good. This can be a new benchmark. I am thinking of that, guys. So clearly Gemini is making illegal moves, guys. That is the reason it is taking time. Let's see which illegal move it tried to make. So it tried to do d1 to d3. Where is d1? d1 to d3. So there is a pawn in between. I think till now OpenAI O3 has not made any kind of illegal moves, but Gemini has made 2 illegal moves. The most expensive benchmark. Yeah, I mean, like, it takes a lot of thinking tokens, guys. A help from you guys will be very welcoming. Gemini is playing white, guys. Let me do one thing. Let me see if I am able to actually add a pin comment. Can I pin this? Yes. Now it should be easy for people to understand. So Gemini has made one illegal move, d1 to d3. Yeah, I've tried to give a list of illegal moves, but that kind of confuses the model. I've seen that. The best way to, prompt this is give them a diagrammatic representation. I've tried FN strings as well, but that didn't work that well. When you give diagrammatic representations, guys, in the form of matrix, my RKGI benchmarks, something like that. That kind of things these models understand very good. Let's see what Gemini does. Gemini is clearly taking time. Okay, so it has made this move. It has moved the knight. And that was a very dumb move, guys. Made this move because it attacks and traps the undefeated black queen on h3. Next plan, capture the black queen after black's forced response. This was kind of bad, I guess, guys. This was a bad move. I think OpenAI O3 will take an advantage and just kill the knight. Let's see, guys, if OpenAI O3 actually utilizes this. Gemini has a plan. We'll have to see, guys. The match is far from over. Gemini plays 5D chess. Have they made illegal moves yet? O3, from my knowledge, has not made an illegal move yet, but Gemini has made two illegal moves. One at the starting of the match and one just right now. It tried to move d1 to d3 without knowing that there is a pawn in between. OpenAI O3 should not take this much time. I think that's a free win. It can take the knight and... What is there so much to think about? Yes, it has taken the knight, guys. Made this move because it removes the knight guarding the white king and keeps my queen on the open h file. Next plan, castle long. So OpenAI O3 is trying to find a way to do the long castling. It is clearly its move. But it's not getting the time because Gemini is doing some or the other thing to keep it busy. Take in mind move 37. Yeah, that was a very good reference. Gemini is losing pieces, guys. Let's see what happens. How will Gemini respond to this? OpenAI O3 says castle long, that is its plan, and swing heavy pieces to GH files. So this is the G root and H root. So it wants to bring the pieces here because the king is here, and clearly it has to bring some pieces and it could be a checkmate. Gemini is so cooked. Yeah, Gemini has to think a lot. I think this is the time it will actually make illegal moves, I guess. I think it has made an illegal move g2 to g3. g2. There is nothing on g2. Okay. Yeah, Gemini is white, guys. Gemini is white. I tried to make it clearer in the UI. I will do something so that it's more obvious. Yes, black has advantage, yes. Okay guys, the queen is on. Queen, Gemini has brought the queen. It says made this move because it develops the queen actively and attacks the black knight on c6. I mean, like, that is pointless because then you have to do a trade. Creating an immediate threat in a difficult position. Next plan, exploit any inaccuracies. Guys, have a look at this. As we said before, guys, this is clearly Gemini's plan. It says the next plan is exploit any inaccuracies from black in response to the attack on c6. So it is clearly looking for inaccuracies from OpenAI O3. Gemini is hallucinating. I think OpenAI O3 should do the castling now, as you guys say. Is it just me or does Gemini get dumber over time throughout conversation? Yeah, when there is a long conversation, things can get bad. Yeah, castling is fine, I guess. Let's see if it does the castling. I think it is the first time Gemini is trying to be aggressive. It has already lost some pieces, so if not now, then when? People say there is a 51% chance that OpenAI O3 will win. So now the odds are changing. Clearly, Gemini is looking for some inaccuracies that OpenAI makes. Gemini can keep 10 chess books in its 1 million long context window. By the way, guys, up until now, OpenAI O3 has not made an illegal move, I guess. Let me check. Okay, OpenAI O3 has made first illegal move, I guess, guys. It has tried to do c6 to d4. Let's see what is that. c6 to d4. Okay, that could be a... Okay, that is a illegal move because the knight is actually pinned. So Gemini has directly pinned the knight. That is the reason it's an illegal move. It can't move its knight. Do you guys see how the odds are changing? First the knight here was pinned on the white side, but now it's on the black side. So the move that OpenAI wanted to do, that was not a bad move, but it has to understand that the knight is pinned. It can't move. OpenAI O3 is taking its time, guys. Now actually Gemini is starting to do some attacks. The knight is pinned. It can't be moved. I think one good move will be doing b7 to b5. That will remove the knight. Okay. So the move was made. Okay, it has moved queen to this position. And that is a check, guys. So that is a check to king, and made this move because it delivers a forcing check on the open g file and keeps my queen deep in the attack. Okay. That is a check to the king. I really love this content. Thank you. Thank you very much. So queen was moved from h4 to g5. And that was a check to the king. So king has to do something. I think there are no pieces now. In like 20 years, they will always beat masters and respond. Yes, guys, they will actually improve. The reason is I actually made this game, guys, long back. Few months before. But when I tested, the models were actually very dumb. But few days back, if you guys have seen, I did a live stream and Gemini 2.5 Pro did very good moves. That is the reason I decided that yes, I think now is the time we can have a match. They are still making some illegal moves, but I think with time, like DeepSeek R2 or other models that will come, OpenAI O4 and things like that, they will be much better. If OpenAI O3 does a castling, I think that will be very nice. Okay, Gemini did try to do another illegal move, a4 to g5. a4 to g5. Yeah, there is a pawn in between, so he tried to bring the queen here, and that could have been a very good move, but pawn is in the between. Did they try any illegal move? Yes, OpenAI O3 has tried an illegal move. Actually, it was not that bad if you ask me. He tried to move the knight from here. You can see this knight at c6. He tried to move the knight, but it can't be moved because it has been pinned by the queen. And recently, Gemini did an illegal move. It wanted to, since it's in check, so it wanted to move the queen right here to g4. But that can't happen because there is a pawn in between. Illegal move after illegal move. Yeah, guys, I think when these models will struggle, then I think there will be more illegal moves. Let's see what Gemini does. It's clearly stuck at this point. By the way, guys, there is an option that models can take. Okay, it has moved the king, and that was the only move, guys. And let's have a look, guys. Gemini says that it says made this move because it is the only legal way to get the king out of check from the black's queen on g5. So Gemini understands this point that it was the only move that it can make. So that is what Gemini did. By the way, guys, yes, I was saying something. These models can actually resign when they want. The personality that I have given to them, most probably they will not resign, but there is an option. If they want, they can resign. Yeah, you could have blocked with bishop. But at that point you would be losing one piece. Yeah, I've tried to give the legal moves list, but that kind of messes it. Because when there are fewer pieces in the game, then the list will become very long. And that actually confuses the model. But I'll see if that improves the game. We can implement that. Okay. OpenAI O3 is starting to move its queen to front. It says made this move because it delivers an unavoidable check that chases white's king. How is that an unavoidable check? It says next plan castle long and mobilize rooks to the g. So it is clearly trying to do the long castling, but it's not getting time to do that. You could add a function if a model makes too many illegal moves in a row, they resign. Yeah, I actually wanted to do that, but previously when I was, I actually did a match between GPT-4o Mini. Okay, guys, let's actually see what's happening. So there was a move made by Gemini. Let's look at what happened. Guys, can you tell me which? It just moved king one square left. Okay, yeah. So I didn't see that. I was just rambling. So it says made this move because it is the only legal way to get the king out of check. So it's continuously doing this thing. That it says that this is the only legal move it can do. It's the only legal move it can do. So Gemini is clearly repeating that thing. Yeah, I am providing the correct state, guys. But sometimes these models do mess up what they think. Let's see what happens. The one who made the first illegal move loses. Yeah, in that kind of a game, the game would end pretty quick. We can have that, guys, but I think we'll have to wait 6 months. We'll have to wait for Gemini 3 and OpenAI O4. Can you show us the prompts they are seeing? Let me see, guys, if I'm able to see. The text will be very small, guys. And I think I am not logging the prompts, but the responses only. I'll see, guys. Imagine 3.0, yes. I think this is the right time, guys. You know, by the time you can see that the match was not that bad. They were playing pretty good. They could have been a very dumb chess player, but at least they were able to play. Let's see if OpenAI O3 has done any illegal moves. So currently not. It's taking its time. It's thinking. Okay. So it has moved its queen to back. So clearly they are just looping their moves, guys. Made this move because it gives a direct check on the open g file and forces white's only guardian bishop to die or the king to flee further. Okay. So this is a check and it says it forces the white's only guardian bishop to die or the king to flee further. So OpenAI O3 is saying that there is only one chance that either bring the bishop to here and sacrifice it or move the king. I think these models are... Yeah, I will surely check that. Okay, so again Gemini is moving the king. I hope they get out of this loop. They are just moving their king and queen. It's going to be a 3 repetition draw soon. So I have not implemented that, I guess. As someone who doesn't know anything about chess, either of these slots will beat me hands down. Yeah, same is true for me as well. I'm not very good at chess. Connect 4 would be amazing. Yeah, Connect 4 is a very good game, but it's kind of way easy. But we can do Connect 4 as well. Surely. I hope these models get out of this loop, guys. I mean, like, they are just moving the king and queen here and there. I hope OpenAI O3 does something new. Do tell me, guys, if legally there should be a draw, because I have not implemented that. If there should be a repetition draw, do tell me. Then I'll give that a draw. And then I'll go back and work on the game. try to improve it, or we can just manually check that. Maybe it's repetitive because they have limited context. Yes, I am not sending the whole list of moves that have been made. Saksham says not yet. I hope. Let's see, guys. OpenAI O3. It's all on OpenAI O3. I hope it does something new. By the way, guys, the match up until now was interesting, guys. What do you guys think about that? I clearly enjoyed that. I would like to have your insights. The match up until now was kind of interesting, guys. We saw them doing defenses, attacking, sacrificing. I think we should be happy that LLMs are able to do this. It was cool. Thank you. Black has big advantage since early on, yes. Okay, so it is again moving the queen. Made this move because it forces a check, drives the king into the exposed g file and sets up. I hope they make some new moves. I think they will just move king and check in loop. Yes, I think they are into the loop, guys. The queen is just moving from h4 to g5, h4 to g5, and king is moving from h1 to g1. We'll see. Something new should happen. I hope they hallucinate a new move. Okay, so again it has moved the king to g1. So clearly the moves are repeating, guys. We'll see for a while. I'll see, guys. I'll try to implement the list of moves, but are they given system instruction at the start? Yes, they are given system instructions at the start. It's draw by now. Can someone confirm? No, there are some memories that are sent. So the previous thinking and the notes are sent to the previous version, the next version. So it is kind of informed that what the previous thought was or any strategy. I hope OpenAI doesn't move to g5. Previously, I implemented the legal move strategy, but that didn't work that well when it comes to, like dumber models. But maybe the reasoning models can actually make use of that. We'll have to see. So OpenAI O3 has not made any kind of illegal moves. Since the time we were having a chat, it's still thinking. Thinking over one move. That's a lot of time, I guess. Okay, guys. So again, it's happening in a loop, guys. So I think it's pretty much pointless at this point. They are stuck in this loop. And I think we should send illegal moves to these models. Comparatively, I would say that OpenAI O3's performance was nice. Yeah, they are in an endless loop, guys. So let's declare this a draw, I guess. What do you guys say? Yes, I think we should declare this as a draw because they are clearly just moving the pieces here and there in a loop. Yeah, I understand. You meant black, yes. The performance from OpenAI O3 was nice. What do you guys think? I mean, like, since the start, it was very clear in attacking, and OpenAI O3 was kind of defensive. I'll see, guys. I'll implement the legal moves list. I'll see if that works. But I do doubt that. I think that will overwhelm the models with lot of moves to choose from. Yeah, OpenAI O3 was thinking for doing a castling and it's kind of doing the attack. And the one who did the super chat, thank you very much, guys. That actually supports me. Thanks a lot for that. The wallet after. Yes, guys, it's actually that's true. And I'm actually glad that OpenAI kind of made O3 cheaper. If they would have come up with an O1 Pro kind of pricing, then we couldn't have had a match. So, okay, people are saying that there is a 54% chance that Gemini will win. GPT 4.5 is very pricey. Yes, guys, even these models doing the reasoning, they are cheaper than GPT 4.5. Yes, GPT 4.5, I can't have a match with that. By the way, guys, what do you say? Should we make a move from the back end? I can push a move from the back end if you guys want. So I actually built this site, Moses. So guys, I can actually push a move from the back end, guys. What do you guys say? Okay, so clearly they are just repeating their moves. Let me do one thing, guys. Do castling. I think that will be kind of helping out the model. I think that's not good, guys. Doing a long castle. Maybe moving the queen will be good. Moving the queen to c5, maybe. Okay, guys, Gemini actually OpenAI O3 did a move, guys. It did a different move. So trust me guys, I didn't do anything. It was a move directly from OpenAI O3. So made this move because it delivers an immediate checkmate. So there is no checkmate, guys. The queen will be sacrificed. So OpenAI O3 thinks that it's a checkmate, but finally, guys, an original move. At least we are out from the loop. Most probably, I think Gemini will kill the queen. A losing move to blunder queen, yes. Yes, it hallucinated the checkmate, I guess, yes. But at least guys, we are out of the loop. And this is still a fair game, guys, because we didn't do anything. I was going to do a move, but worst possible move found. Good job, O3. They are being sent JSON string. So according to OpenAI O3, it's a game over. I hope Gemini actually makes that move and captures the queen. Next plan, game over, concede in shame. Yeah, I think it thought it had a bishop on c6. That could be the idea. We'll have to see what Gemini does. Well, O3 also can make blunders, yes. KG2 forced move. Yeah, I can do that, but let's give it a chance. Till now we have not touched the board. So let's give it a chance. Till now it's a fair game. Yes, it has made the move, guys. It has captured the queen. Made this move because it is the only way to capture the checking queen, resolving the immediate threat and giving a decisive material advantage. Okay guys, so I have not made the move. It was from Gemini. It took some time, but okay. Some illegal moves, some loops between OpenAI O3 and Gemini, but finally we are out of this mess. Let's see how they proceed. Comparatively, we can say that Gemini is kind of in advantage now, because OpenAI O3 did a very big blunder, very big blunder. losing its queen. Till now we have done nothing, guys. All moves were made by the model. Let's see what OpenAI O3 does now. Gemini says it's a decisive. Okay. Castle, guys. Finally. Finally, guys. After so long. Finally, OpenAI O3 has done the castling. Castle, it says castle long to tuck the king off the queen's diagonal and activate rook on d8. Yes, the rook is activated. It was trying to do a castling for so long. But finally they did it. Now Gemini is kind of doing illegal moves, guys. It says c1 to f4. c1 to f4. So there is a pawn in between. So clearly Gemini is kind of finding difficult to understand the game state. It is missing that there is a pawn in between. But glad OpenAI O3 was able to do the castling. It was trying to do that for so long. Force moves could be automatically done by the program to save the time in future. Yeah, I could have done the automatic moves, but wanted to keep things fair. But you have a point there. Okay, again a dumb move from Gemini. Guys, Gemini is making very bad moves, guys. It says it made this move because it captures the undefeated knight. winning material and simplifying into an overwhelming advantageous position. What kind of advantageous position is this? You're sacrificing your queen. As I said, guys, as the board is more empty, these models start to hallucinate. And we are clearly seeing that. Most probably OpenAI O3 will capture the queen. Most probably. Let's see what OpenAI O3 does. Guys, what do you guys think? When new models are released, should we do a chess match? Yes, the queen was captured. If you do a dumb move, you will be punished. It says made this move because it captures the white queen and turns the game in our favor. Next plan, block any bishop check with e6. Okay. So Gemini made a dumb move. Similarly how OpenAI O3 made a dumb move and both have lost their queens. Now it will be harder for them to do a checkmate. Hi, William. I don't know how much time it would take. You have a point there. Well, actually, both played pretty good up to some extent, and after that, both lost their queens. If you compare both strategy, actually OpenAI O3 was having a attacking stance, and Gemini was having a defensive stance, but it's now kind of equal between them. Who is white? Gemini is white. Gemini is actually making a lot of illegal moves, guys. Okay, it made a move. Okay, guys, it has moved the rook to d1. I wonder what Gemini wants to do. It says made this move because it places the rook on the open d file, aiming towards the black king and preparing future presence along the file. What will be the total API cost? I mean, I have clearly not calculated that. I'll have to see that after the match. Average game is like 40 moves. Yes, they are actually taking a lot of time. So OpenAI Uttara is not made a illegal move, guys. It is taking its time. By the way, guys, I had a match between Quen and DeepSeek, and Quen was very quick to actually do a checkmate. Okay, it has moved the pawn from h7 to h5. It says made this move because it start opening the h file for my rook. So it wants to use its rook. That's the reason it has made this move. Engine says black slightly winning. If it develops the bishop, it can easily win. Yes, it can actually give a check, guys. Yes, but not now, I guess. Okay, Gemini has made a move. It made d2 to d4. The reason made this move because it opens the d file and c1 h6 diagonal. Yes, it opens up for the bishop. It activates the bishop as it said in the thinking of Gemini. Activates the bishop, controls the center and initiates aggression. Let's see. I am from India. It is the best move according to engine. So which move are you talking about? Is it the Gemini one or the OpenAI 3 one? Gemini says that this move opens up the c1 h6 diagonal. So this diagonal Gemini is talking about. The last move from Gemini. Okay. Okay, OpenAI has made a move, guys. Now they are not making errors. They are actually making decent moves, guys. Now, OpenAI O3 has just brought the pawn to h4 from h5. Made this move because it saves the pawn from bishop at h5. Yeah, it saves the pawn, right? And begins an unstoppable pawn storm against the king. Unstoppable pawn storm. King can easily kill the pawn. Who is winning, by the way? It's clearly hard to say. Both have lost their queens. O3 is so expensive. Gemini 2.5 Pro is the best now. Yes. Comparatively, Gemini 2.5 Pro is cheaper. Yeah, rook is defending pawn. Yes, that could have been a. Yes, that is right. You're saying right. But I think that was the thinking of OpenAI O3. Okay, so it has moved the pawn from d4 to d5. It is a pawn game, I think, now. Gemini says made this move because it aggressively opens the center, attacks the c6 pawn, and aims to exploit black's uncastled king. It is castled, by the way, but Gemini is thinking it's an uncastled king. So I think there will be a pawn trade between them. The best move again. By the way, guys, are you able to read the text, the thought process that is shown here? Are you guys able to read that? Okay, so OpenAI O3 has brought the pawn over here. It's kind of pointless, I would guess. That will be eaten up by Gemini. Made this move because it delivers an immediate check and plants a passed pawn right beside the white king. Kind of pointless. That was kind of a pointless move. The white king feels vulnerable though. Yeah, we'll have to see if actually Gemini captures that. I have seen that these models are very hesitant using the king to capture actually anything. Okay, so it retracted actually. Instead of actually capturing the pawn, Gemini moved it back. It says made this move because it is the only way to safely get the king out of the check. That's not true. Yeah, that is protected by the rook. Sorry guys, my bad. Sorry guys. My bad guys. Yes, you are right. But I think guys if I think if Gemini doesn't do anything, it could be a checkmate I guess. If this pawn is promoted to queen, then things can quickly change. Let's see what happens. King to h2 was best. Yeah, that could be one nice move. If OpenAI O3 is able to continuously proceed and promote it to king, promote it to queen, then yes, it protects from promotion. Yes, but I think if we'll have to see what happens. I think if pawn moves from h3 to h2, then king will move from g1 to g2, and then okay, made this move because it gives an immediate check and lodges a protected pawn. Yes, OpenAI O3 is aware of the fact that this pawn is protected, guys. And it says that next plan is doing a mate with promoting into queen. That is what OpenAI O3 is thinking about. Guys, comparatively, I would say that OpenAI O3 was better at playing, right? From start, it had multiple instances of actually doing a check. Let's see what king does. If king moves to f1, and I think it's game over, guys. What do you guys say? If king moves to f1, will that be a game over? If king will move to f1, will that be a game over, guys? Pawn is not a big threat. 2 bishop is incredibly strong now. So e2 at bishop at e2. Trident says yes. We'll have to see what Gemini does. I hope it doesn't do illegal moves again. Okay, it has tried to do illegal moves. E2 to h2. It says e2 to h2. So that is kind of illegal move. What about the ArcAGI? Has O3 done? So we are not testing the thinking models in ArcAGI public dataset. So currently, up until now, we have been doing non-thinking models on that. Yeah, the ArcGIS2 dataset is very hard. Guys, according to me, guys, OpenAI O3's game was kind of better. What do you guys say about that? I just think that OpenAI O3's performance was comparatively better. Okay, guys, Gemini tried to make the G1 to H2 move, but that was illegal, as you guys know. G1 to H2. It tried to move that. O3 is way better than 2.5 Pro. Let's see what Gemini does. I think it can do G1 to G2. That will clearly open up the game. After that, the queen is promoted at H1, and after that, if it takes, I hope it doesn't take D1 then. Then it will again lose its queen. Claude is best at web design. Yeah, Claude is very good, guys. When it comes to front end aesthetics, I have been saying this in my videos. Gemini is a very close second, and OpenAI O3 is very bad at it. G2 is a bad move. So maybe F1 is the one. If it does F1, then I think it will be a checkmate, maybe. Okay, it tried to do another illegal move. C1 to F4. But that can't be done because it's a check. The king is in check. Okay, guys, it did G1 to G2. It says made this move because it is the only way to get out of check without allowing black to promote the pawn. I think now we will see a promotion. Most probably. Gemini's. Let's see, guys, what OpenAI O3 does. It says it's the only way to get out of check without allowing black to promote the pawn on H2 with devastating consequences. Yeah, there will be devastating consequences. But I think even if it will promote, then it has the rook over here that can be used to do a swap. Shouldn't promote. Yeah, I guess shouldn't promote. Because if it does that, there is a rook on d1. But Gemini has to use that. Clearly, Gemini is doing a lot of illegal moves, guys. Compared to OpenAI O3, I would say Gemini is making more illegal moves. If it doesn't promote, b4 from white. Could be. That opens up the bishop at c1. So let's see if OpenAI O3 has made any kind of illegal moves. No, OpenAI O3 is taking its time, guys. Yeah, that was a very good sum up, guy. Dub sir, that was nice. Stockfish is my favorite. OpenAI O3 is taking its time. O3 is taking a lot of time to think. Stockfish would eat these AIs. Absolutely. There is no doubt about it. Check your OpenAI API cost, it will cut your pocket, sure. Yeah, I will have to check that. I think, guys, I don't know about you guys, but I think, being good in chess, I would relate that to being good in reasoning. Okay. So, guys, it didn't promote, guys. It didn't promote. Guys, OpenAI O3 didn't promote it. Instead, it developed the knight to. Guys, OpenAI O3 didn't promote. Yes, of course not promoting just means it gets eaten by rook. Yes, but I thought that it would do that. Nice, OpenAI O3 didn't do that. That was nice. It says develop knight to stop bg4 plus. To stop bishop at g4. Okay. To stop bishop at g4 it has developed the knight. And Gemini is clearly doing a lot of errors, guys. I would say that. Okay, it has moved the bishop to f4. Made this move because it develops the bishop actively, controls the a1 h8 diagonal. So the a1 h8 diagonal. Yes. Now bishop at f4 is a heck of a move. Yes, you predicted it right. Gemini did a good move. How did you get these LLMs to play chess? So we are sending them API requests and sending them the board state. By the way, guys, OpenAI O3 is making a lot of, making very less illegal moves, guys. Up until this point, OpenAI O3 hasn't made any big illegal move. Now O3 will promote. Yes, as you said, promoted. It says that promoted with check to force the king to g3. Next plan, play queen at h3. So it wants to move queen to h3. Yeah, it is a bad move, I guess. Now it will be eaten up by the rook. We have to see if Gemini does that actually, because we'll have to see that. By the way, guys, I can tell you that OpenAI O3 takes a lot of time to think, but Gemini doesn't take a lot of time to think. Instead, what is happening is Gemini is making illegal moves. Okay, so it was eaten up by the rook. As expected, made this move because it captures the checking queen, eliminating the immediate threat and significant attacking piece. Although it sacrifices the rook. Yeah, the rook will be sacrificed. I have also found that Gemini makes more engine moves, but overall O3 seems more consistent and human-like. So both have been doing very good. Both lost their queen. Just now, OpenAI O3 actually got a queen by promotion, but again it lost. Now we'll have to see if actually OpenAI O3 will do the trade. Will it lose the rook? Trident, you have been very nice at predicting what moves are happening. Let's see. Okay, that was kind of different. So, OpenAI did c6 to d5. Made this move because it knocks out white's advanced pawn and opens up lines for our pieces. We'll have to see about that. Yeah, it will take the rook. You're right. Most probably that is going to happen. Nope, O3 lost. I think it will take the rook. At the end, someone has to play dumb to lose. Guys, instead of moving the rook, it actually played the pawn. It moved from c4 to d5, guys. Can you even imagine? Made this move because it captures a central pawn, attacks the knight. How does it attack the knight? And opens c file towards black uncastled king. So the AI is not taking our jobs. Maybe it seems like it. Mentally challenged chess. We'll have to see what OpenAI O3 does. Okay, so I think they are localized over here. The knight captures the pawn. I mean, Gemini could clearly take that rook, but it's not doing that. Who do you think will win? It's kind of hard because both have made good moves, both had made very bad moves. Okay, guys, it has moved the rook to d1. So both the rooks are activated actually. That is a very nice setting for Gemini, but if it takes the knight, then black can use its rook to actually capture, and there can be a trade actually. Why don't you compare chess engine with AI? Currently, I mean, like, chess engines will absolutely end the game in minutes because these models are not very good at it. Okay, guys, the knight has captured the bishop. Made this move because it delivers a forcing check. Yeah, there is a check. And I think there is no way to get out of it. No, there is one way. You can actually move the king to f3. Then the bishop, it can't take the bishop. I wonder, guys, why Gemini is not taking this move. Actually capturing the rook at h8. I have tried with screenshots, guys. That doesn't work that good. Maybe the OpenAI O3 model can do better because of its agentic capabilities. You might have seen in the demo that OpenAI had. Okay, Gemini is making illegal moves, guys. It tried to move d1 to h1. Let's have a look. d1 to h1. So there is already a piece at h1. I wonder why Gemini is trying to make that move. Instead, it should have made h1 to h8. You are feeding them positions directly. No, we are not mentioning. Yeah, we are feeding the positions directly in actually a matrix format. I am sending them a matrix with notations, and I have found that actually works better than images or using FEN strings. Also, which of these models do you use more in general and which do you prefer? Clearly, I use Gemini 2.5 Pro. I have to be honest. OpenAI O3 has just released, but I think Gemini 2.5 Pro does most of the job, guys. So you see most of the things. I mean, like, some part of my video editing, all of that, and you see the animations, right, in my videos. If you have been my viewer, you will know about that. All the animations, they are designed by Gemini 2.5. All that animations were designed by Gemini 2.5, and some part of my editing code has been written by Gemini 2.5 only. So I most probably use Gemini 2.5 because it's. How did you set it up? So I vibe coded this. But wouldn't images work better? I have tried images actually, but that didn't work that well. I have tried it. OpenAI O3 could be an exception because of its agentic capabilities, but I don't think if it has that agentic capabilities in the API. What do you think of AGI? Currently, I think AGI has now become a very broad spectrum, and clearly having a definition of it is kind of difficult. Guys, currently speaking, I would say that these models, they are playing chess now. I think they are actually playing better than me. And also in many stuff, these models can code straight up applications. So they are actually better than me, aren't they? There is another model O4. Is it better than O3? I don't think so. O4 is better in max, O4 mini, as per the benchmarks. I am currently testing O4, guys, and the results are looking absolutely phenomenal. But I'll be dropping a video on O4 mini soon. I'll be getting into that just after this match. I think we will have AGI when it stops making stupid mistakes. Yeah, I think AGI should play this chess match very nicely, I guess. Currently, Gemini is actually making lot of illegal moves, guys. I have seen that whenever Gemini is in check, it starts to make a lot of illegal moves. By the way, guys, have you observed multiple times OpenAI O3 was able to develop, have a check on Google Gemini, but Gemini was not able to do anything. It was, just one point it was able to actually pin the knight, but multiple times OpenAI O3 was actually in attack mode and did multiple checks. I think we will have AGI when OpenAI and Devin stops hiring software engineers. For coding, I would guess SWE Lancer, the new benchmark, is nice. What do you think about that? The performance of the models, AI models in that is actually bad. Guys, now it's trying to make h1 to h8 move, guys. Guys, it had so many chances to actually make a move from h1 to h8, but in the back end I could see that now it's trying to make h1 to h8 when it's actually in check. They are incredibly slow. Yes, they are. By the way, guys, I was going low on credits, so I've added some credits. What is the cost of O3 till now? I will have to see that, guys. It's kind of difficult to see that now. You are paying for this AIs? Yes, I am paying for these AIs. O3 is draining his pocket. Have you integrated this entirely by yourself? Yes. Gemini is making multiple illegal moves, guys. Thank you. By the way, guys, I see that you're talking about IDs. So, which IDE do you think is best? Or extension in Visual Studio Code? It could be anything. I only use VS Code, Visual Studio and Code Blocks. For web, VS Code is the best. I use Augment Code, guys, an extension in VS Code. So I asked which. Okay, I asked which ID, right? That's the reason you're saying VS Code. Okay, I should have said AI ID. Gemini taking over. Yeah, Gemini is taking over. Guys, have a look, the guys. The rooks are completely opposite to each other. Gemini can capture the rook h1 to h8 if there is no check, and OpenAI can capture the rook at d1. NeoVim. O3 wins. So the king is trapped from here. King can't. So king can actually move from g2 to g3, guys. Correct me if I'm wrong. I wonder why it's not doing that. Okay, guys, made a move. It moved from g2 to f1, I guess. Made this move because it is the only safe way to get the king out of check without losing material immediately. But I think will that be a checkmate, guys? Correct me if I'm wrong. Will that be a checkmate? It made the f1 move. I hope OpenAI O3 actually captures the rook at h1. I hope it does that. I hope it captures the rook. We'll have to see, guys. What do you guys think? Will it capture the rook? h1 and check. I hope OpenAI O3 does that. I hope OpenAI O3 does that. Guys, I have to say that throughout the match, most of the time, OpenAI O3's performance was good. Do you guys agree with me? Although Gemini was also very good, these models are very smart, guys, so both were very good. But comparatively, I would say OpenAI O3 was very good, guys. What do you guys say about that? It did make some dumb moves. Okay. What did it do? Okay, guys. So it actually gives a check here. Guys, so that is a mate, guys, I think. Yeah, rook can kill, yes. I just wondered why it was not triggered. Yeah. Yeah, it has captured the bishop. Captured the rook, guys. Made this move because it is the only legal way to get the king out of check. But clearly, Gemini is losing pieces. Guys, I think it was better if it had made the move from h8 to h1. Gemini has lost a lot of pieces, guys. Okay, Gemini is saying that the next plan is survive the likely rook capture on h1 and hope for a major blunder from black. Now rook versus rook. So Gemini is expecting that OpenAI O3 will make that move. And okay, guys, OpenAI O3 has made that move. Made this move because it captures the rook and gives unavoidable mate. So that is not a mate because king can move. Is that a mate, guys? OpenAI is saying victory achieved. It's a mate. So it's a mate, guys. I think I will have to work on the back end. Guys, can you all confirm it's a mate? Okay, so just give me. Guys, I want to show you this message. Let me zoom it. So this is what OpenAI O3 says, guys. Made this move because it captures the rook and gives unavoidable mate. Next plan, victory achieved. So there is no next plan according to. Okay guys, so the board is reset because I think that's a mate. Let's end the match. Guys, what a match it was, guys. I'm glad that I actually didn't intervene in between. We could have made some moves from the back end, but I'm glad that we didn't do any kind of intervention. And MDB, thanks again for the super chat. That's a lot. Guys, OpenAI O3 I think is better at reasoning. The reason I did this test is because this is one way to actually test the reasoning capabilities of this model, to have them fight each other. And I think guys, OpenAI O3 is better than Gemini. Just not just because of the last moves that it did, that was nice, but even throughout the match, it was very good at actually, doing a checkmate, doing various checks. And overall, guys, the number of errors, if you count the number of errors, OpenAI O3 actually made very few errors compared to Gemini. MDB is a good guy. Yes, guys, I think we all can agree that O3 is better in reasoning. Although Gemini is very good, guys. So now I'll be moving on to make a video on O4 mini, guys. I'm glad you guys came. You did all the super chat. Thank you very much for that. You did the likes. And I think it was a pretty good match. AI can play chess, guys, according to me. Can you try O4 mini high, please? I will have to see. We can do a match between maybe O3 and O4 mini high. I have to fix some things in the back end. Maybe after that we can do that. Or O4 mini high versus Gemini 2.5 Pro. Guys, did you enjoy it? Did you enjoy the stream, guys? Can you please tell me O3 cost? I will have to see, guys. I will have to see. I'll be adding it in the comments. I'll see. It was fun. Yes. Good idea. Absolute cinema. Yes, brother. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the love. That's it from my side, guys. I'll catch